Hey guys, first regards in here, and so I'll be talking about the easiest assault build for Space Marine 2 patch 13 to dominate hard strats and operations. Now, in my opinion, the Death Grasp Power Fist is just like the easiest weapon to use in the entire game currently, especially for melee classes like Assault, because with the perk here, Armor Reinforcement, that gives you back 1 armor for every non-finisher gun strike, on top of the Hero Perk effect here, Follow-Up Shot, you get a ton of free armor, because this one says, performing a finisher marks a nearby Majora's or higher enemy for a gun strike, light attack damage increases by 200%, but charge attack damage decreases by 50%. Now, getting free gun strikes on every single finisher like this is so damn strong for like shooting things like zone throws out of the air, dealing with chaos spawn, and especially Tyranid warriors, and a 200% increase for your light attack damage. That is tremendous, and even with a 50% reduction in charge attack damage, this weapon's charge attacks are still pretty powerful, so like all around, this is a very powerful heroic perk effect. Now, for the perk tree here, we do start off with Perpetual Strength, moving here into the perk Heavy Preparation. Heavy attack preparation times reduced by 30%. Now, even with a 50% reduction in our heavy attacks, this is still worth taking because preparation time being reduced like this is just so damn strong for us. And the Thrust Jab is such a powerful ability that like even with this perk, it's still worth taking. Next perk here is Perpetual Strength, up here into Perpetual Strength. And then we pick up the perk here, Focus Intention. When your health's below 30%, you take 50% less health damage while preparing heavy attacks. I mean, this is one of the best damage reduction perks on any like melee weapon in the game, so definitely grab this. Next perk here is a Tide of Battle that will up your power wave forward distance from 10 to 20 meters because the description here is actually incorrect. You always take this on every single Power Fist build for that reason, so definitely pick it up. Next perk here is Strength of Will for a 20% range damage reduction while performing a heavy attack. And then we go up here into the perk Following Blow. Back Fist and Back Fist 2 can be performed instantly after a charge thrust jab or hammer hook. This is actually pretty nice for breakpoints, unlike both this version, the balanced version, and the block versions. We're picking that one up here today. And next perk here is Combo, and the final perk here is Majora's Slayer, because a 10% buff against Majora's is just super nice on this weapon. So for that reason, we are picking up this one. And that's pretty much all there is for the Death Grasp Power Fist. Like, to be honest, you pretty much build this one exactly the same as like all the other Power Fists, because the perk tree here is pretty limited. But that being said, if you really want to skip over like Strength of Will for the perk here Heavy Armament, you could do that, but like overall, I think this is the best setup. Now, for our secondary weapon here, I do take the newly buffed Plasma Pistol in patch 13. Now, all of the Relic tier options got a common shot damage buff in this patch, and also the Firepower version is a higher gun strike damage than the other options, and for that reason, the contested health recovery on the Plasma Pistol is no longer like solely reliant on the charge shot, which helps you out a ton on this build because you can actually just fire off your common shots pretty regularly and get back a ton of CHP, and also the increased gun strike damage and stuff like proven efficiency here is quite strong, so we're picking this one up today. Now, for the perk tree, I do start off with the perk here, Plasma Collection, going down here into the perk Rapid Cooling, and then we pick up the perk here. Actually, I'm going to reset the tree for you guys. Plasma Collection into the perk here, Rapid Cooling, into Plasma Collection, then we go into the perk Blast Radius, picking up the perk Perpetual Velocity for faster charge rate, going down to the perk Plasma Collection, Blast Radius, and the perk here Retaliation, and the final perk here is Divine Might for even more damage. Now, you may be wondering, why are we skipping over Efficient Charge? Well, like I said before, you don't need charge shots all the time with this gun anymore, and your common shots are actually more ammo efficient per damage, or I should say, the damage of your common shots is more ammo efficient than your charge shot is now. Those charge shots can be higher DPS because you're firing off 10 or 8 energy instantaneously, but that being said, common shots now are very strong, so building it this way is actually pretty good. That's pretty much all there is for the secondary. Now, for the Assault perk tree, I do pick up the perk here, Armor Reinforcement first. Non-finisher gun strikes for 1 armor segment. If you are playing with the Heroic Power Fist, you pretty much always pick this perk up because you get so many free gun strikes. And the perk up here, Overcharge, is like basically nothing for you because you have a 50% reduction here. But even with that 50% reduction, sometimes, your Thrust Jab can still benefit off this perk. But let's be real, you're just going to pick up Armor Reinforcement. Next perk here is Consecutive Execution, killing 7 enemies in rapid succession restores equipment charge by 1. The cooldown is 90 seconds. Now, because you have all this armor restore off of this perk here, being able to kind of hide behind your fat armor shield and not worry about defense mechanism is pretty easy. If you want to take this, you definitely can. This is the overall easier option, but having Melta Bombs can also solve problems for you and prevent HP loss in the first place. Next perk here is Active Attrition. Enemies hit by damage from melee attacks executed while sprinting or dashing take 25% more damage for 5 seconds. This will apply a 25% damage taken debuff to the enemy that will also buff up your gun strikes so really good for us. Next perk here is Proven Efficiency. All team members deal 30% more gun strike damage. We are a gun strike build, so kind of a no-brainer. And next perk here is, of course, Furious Strikes. Being an enemy with an attack after a jump pack dash for jump pack's ability charged by 1, the cooldown is 10 seconds. This perk is godlike in Space Marine 2. It is free gap close on top of just giving you the opportunity to go jump pack positive, where if you get a free jump pack off of the commitment perk down here for a perfect dodge, you'll then be able to trigger this perk immediately after and go up a free jump pack and use things like ground pound because of that. So super powerful option here. Definitely pick this up. Next perk here is, of course, Wings of Flame. A jump pack dash damages enemies on trajectory and always works as a perfect dodge and dodging an attack. This perk is just incredible. You know, an easier setup potentially would be like Zealous Blow, but to be honest, your Power Fist here is pretty strong at horde control anyways against Minoris, so Wings of Flame is definitely better for things like bosses and stuff like that. Next perk here is Aerial Grace. After a perfect time dodge using a jump pack dash, you'll deal 30% more damage for 10 seconds. A 30% buff to your melee and ranged attacks here for just perfect dodging an attack with Wings of Flame is super nice, because the firepower plasma pistol, the common shots here do benefit from that a lot, and honestly it's just free damage. But if you want to take like Pride and Duty here, you can definitely do that. And if you do decide to take the easier option here, Zealous Blow, you can also just like combine these together for some more breakpoints. Now the final perk here is, of course, Commitment. A perfect time dodge using a jump pack dash for jump pack's ability charge. You always pick this perk up on the assault now, because every single jump pack dash on this class will animation cancel anything you're doing. So animation canceling like a parry animation or just like an enemy attack, or excuse me, your own attack to avoid an enemy attack, is just too powerful to not take, in my opinion. So for that reason, this perk is top slot always. Now for the prestige perk options, we do take Unyielding Oath first. When charging a ground pound, you become invulnerable to damage for 3 seconds. Moving here to the perk Fortitude for health increase of 15%. And then I pick up the perk here, Practice Aim, and Hammer of Wrath. Hammer of Wrath says, after using your jump pack, you take 30% less range damage and do not lose control from the hits and cannot be knocked back for 15 seconds. This perk has completely power crept Adrenaline Boost up here. A 30% range damage reduction is incredible in this game, and no knockback for 15 seconds on the uptime is so strong as well that you pretty much never take the perk up here. And this perk actually used to be in the place of Furious Strikes, but they actually added in like a god tier perk here and just put this one in the prestige perk for free. So now you pretty much always take this, and that's pretty much all there is for this build, guys. You know, the Wings of Flame may be a little bit difficult for some players to use, so if you want to take Zealous Blow and like Smiting Angel, or just like Furious Strikes and Pride and Duty, you can do that as well. This is a little bit easier, so for those players you can definitely do this, but overall Wings of Flame is much better for like free damage on Carnifexes, Hellbrutes, and like even occasionally a Neurothrope. So hopefully this build guide helped you, and if you like content like this, subscribe for more. If you want to watch me live, to ask me questions about the game, or just come hang out, you can find me here on YouTube or on Twitch with a link in the video description alongside a link to my community Discord. And as always, take it easy. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Another alien falls to the
He actually has really good forward control for like Hormigons. I mean, he has a fencing weapon, you expect as much, right? Why are these guys phasing my parries? There we go. The 70% health debuff to enemies apply to bosses as well. Well, yes it does, because they are indeed enemies in the game. If you put on Enduring Foes and Reinforced Cranium, you will kill both of them. Yeah, if you guys need a guide on cape unlocks, I have or really all the ordeal unlocks are obnoxious. I have a whole video on that I posted the other day. We also have all the class guides out on the channel now, so if you need those, those should be fine for ages. Doing Purgation 300k times today? Probably, brother Ludicrous, probably. Definitely a possibility. That's honestly the Death Grasp is such a good weapon. Super underrated.
Sight unseen. The lictor stirs no more.
We can still do this.
Leave this putrescent water at once.
Maybe not the most economic use of our jump pack, but good enough.
Jump pack refuel. Deliverance. Now, let us visit death upon our enemies. That pitiful Venus was but an abhorrent blight. Prepare.
Okay. Calm down. Where the fuck even is he, man? Okay, whatever. He's gone.
A malformed abomination comes towards us. I'm airborne ready. The abomination is no more. The Imperium's hammer rises to strike. Sorcery gnaws at my soul. Avenging angel, your souls weak. The heathens fail into the scion of the earth.
Alright.
The lictor hunts us. They have lost.
I've seen the new 11th edition trailer? Yes, I have. I have indeed. It was kind of just like a cross between the old trailer we had for 11th edition. Oh, why'd you not even give me a... Whatever. No gunstrike. Yeah, guys, this is the Heroic Power Fist. Honestly, this weapon's very good against Chaos and Tyranids now. When you stack it on Wings of Flame, it's probably like one of the easiest builds in the whole game to shit on these guys with. If you want like an even easier time, you could take Zealous Blow. Like, I really think you're using this one for Perk here anyways.
The world this Xenos sought to consume.
We are taking the Firepower Plasma Pistol, because this weapon's actually underrated now. The common shot damage on a Plasma Pistol can actually recover your CHP very quickly now. So, it's actually worth taking these other versions. And the gunstrike damage here is a bit better. Rate of fire is no longer mandatory.
Extermination has come. My war gear is set.
Alright, we're staying over there. Suffering so hard to get through this week, guys, where I've had more deaths. The allies turn grenades whilst I fight the Hellroot and anything. Yeah, this one sucks. This one definitely sucks, Revan. Definitely sucks, bro.
Authorization accepted.
Yes.
Working rights of unsealing. Estimated duration unknown. Warning. Xenos biosignatures converging in this position.
Let them throw themselves upon our blades! Xenos infestation is steady. Strike down the zone movement.
That's why this one's so good. Like, you only need the Zealot's Blow perk in your fencing weapon here anyways, so gotta do this. Greetings, Primarch Sangardius. I don't think everyone's ever called me that, but hello. Dude, wow, this thing's actually got great light attack damage before clear. Who would have thought 200% increase actually a lot? I just punched him. Alright, we're just gonna go over here.
Onward, brothers! The sons of Magnus skulk within, weaving their sorceries. Gifts from the forge.
Ow.
Into the breach, the demon worshippers withered against our tactical glory. The mark of the archenemy befouls this place. Heresy and bloodshed both.
What's up, FUG? What's up, Silver King? We're currently doing a Death's Grasp build.
Your new orders are to advance to the Archmago's
This is probably the easiest build in the entire game for Assault right now, I would say.
Otherwise,
I mean, because it's like body both chaos. It kind of struggles against bosses sometimes, like with Wings of Flame, not really.
everything.
Really not too bad at all.
By your will, Captain.
So your heavy attacks here, even with a 50% reduction, you can still punch a Enlightened Zangler at this guy pretty easily.
Victory goes
Doesn't
to
even
the
matter.
righteous, not the foul.
Oh, what's up, Madman? Why is the sun so bright? Nuclear
Together we
fission.
go.
Tactically a true answer.
We shall incinerate the vault and leave the heretics only cinders. Slay the corrupt terminators of the Imperium! With ravage that hell from Jump pack refuel! Die
a little bit there. Now we don't have our... That got strike damage though. The helper just appeared out of nowhere. Yeah, this map's bugged in that area. A little bit of fuck up there. This boss fight area sucks, man.
Wicked animus seeks righteous, avenging angel.
I unfortunately didn't have time to grab the melta bomb down there, so that would have made things way easier. We also got, I'm pretty sure we got 3 missile terminators in that one, or 2, which is also pretty rude. Awesome. It was good. And it's definitely the hardest boss spawn area in this map.
True duty does not balk at the smallest task. We shall see to it.
Especially since the boss just like teleports on top of you in that area. A quick peek at my video, your video settings, get a chance to make my gameplay as smooth as yours. I mean, there's a million things that affect that. Just turn your settings down so you have a... so your game runs well. Like replicating someone's one-to-one performance in a video game is pretty damn impossible. Well, it's not possible, but it's pretty hard to do because it's completely hardware dependent. And there's also like a bajillion hardware interactions, driver interactions. You could have broken hardware for all you know. I would just suggest turning your settings down until you have a smooth gameplay. That's about it. I'm sure there are also plenty of channels like Digital Foundry that have things on there as well.
The generator awaits resurrection. The generator awaits resurrection.
Turn your settings down. Who are you so wise in the way of science? When people ask you like, how do your video settings work? I'm like, that's just kind of like, what are we doing? Just turn your settings down until you have a good, until your game runs well. Like completely dependent on your hardware usually. Here we go. All right. If we had that in the middle of that, it would have been way better.
Not this one. A different generator requires our salvation.
I'm not sure on all the relic spawns in this map yet.
I have discovered the silent one.
What class do you hope for in year 3, Chaplain?
Generator awaits resurrection. Rise, faithful machine. discovered the Silent One. Take flight! The generator awaits resurrection.
Are there any bad melee weapons? I have a whole melee weapon tier list on my channel if you're curious. I should answer all those questions. But I wouldn't say it's anything that's like strictly bad, it's just stuff that's been power crept.
Rise, faithful machine!
I guess I'll pin this.
Data sterilization complete. All records expunged.
There we go.
Mail administration to serve the machine gods well.
Viridian, we are registering a significant warp energy spike inside Nozick's laboratory. Reach the lab and eliminate the heretics. Do not allow their ritual to reach completion.
We're a little low HP,
It shall be done.
but we should be fine.
Viridian advances.
We have a lot of
with
armor we've done this
righteous
build. So. Here.
The profane tongue spits falsehoods as naturally as serpents slither. Falsehoods pour forth like fire. We shall cauterize the source.
Gene seed, I guess we'll take that.
Deeds writ upon genetic code.
We ain't finding shit here. I could use a stim though, that'd be nice. What are you gonna do?
Blockage is no more. The arch enemy's ritual defiles all it touches.
This means we are heading the right way.
The abomination is no more. Tread carefully. Ravenous no. Fiery retribution. Your reign of terror, death, and dark dogs shall show these heretics only further. The land itself drifts. We cross upon these wayward stones. It is as grotesque dead as it is alive. The Imperium's hammer rises to strike. The Imperium weeps not. Survival falls for El Gigante. Last. Another embark the floating land. Let it ferry us across.
Okay. We got one more potential boss fight here. I mean, it could be a little rough in the swamp. Actually, we got two more triggers. We'll see. We don't have a relic. We do have one stim. But we should be okay, as long as it doesn't give us like a disgusting one like that again. Assholes.
They have succeeded only in extending this battle. The traitor tasted the appearance of justice. Avenging angels. Embark the floating land. Let it ferry us across.
Basically.
That pitiful Xenos was but no horrid blight.
Dude, oh my god, that guy's war farming me. Where is this guy? Oh, there you are.
Soon the heretics will face our unwavering wrath.
Dude, holy shit, he's actually trying to long shot me, okay. I ain't dealing with none of that. Librarian is probably for the next game. Yeah, we're probably not going to get a librarian in this one. That's pretty unlikely. Pretty damn unlikely.
They feed the faithful to the void.
Brothers, we put an end to this together.
Smite those abhorrent eyes and set the Cadians free. Who is the Primarch?
Our father, our guide.
Who are the Adeptus Astartes?
Sworn defenders of the Imperium.
Jump back to you. We have nullified this corrupted field. Pass your attention to the Sangor Spearman.
Oh my god. 1 second. There we go. Ow.
Take flight! I am airborne ready. Extermination is counted.
Stain of corruption is upon us.
Send Gilliman's regards to Craven Magnus. The seeds Some heresy.
Another ward falls.
Avenging angel at your disposal.
Cadians, you are liberated. Do your duty.
Reinforcements will not provide them relief. Ashes to ashes. Rust to rust. Target that demon. War gear
this.
represents survivor forms for El Designated. Lost. If more to come, then they too will be purged.
Guardsmen freed.
The Cadians are freed from the traitor spirit. There lies the font of their sorcery. Seize the altar and cast their works into ruin. Advance! The altar awaits our wrath.
Your arch makers pleased forbidden truths. He saw through the corpse emperor's lies. You cut your own flesh. You lay waste countless
Advance!
roads.
The altar awaits our wrath.
Does your courageous does make me feel your witness? Those of a rotting empire come to power at inevitability. Let us see which fails first. Your ammunition or your brittle minds. Behold the host of the changer of ways. We do not tire.
Witness how their corruption withers before our fury. Our eyes need no longer gaze at this atrocity. The Imperiums have arrived in their sorcery gutters like a dying flame. An ocean of filth, and we, the flame that boils it dry. Across countless battlefields, we fulfill our righteous task. In the closing darkness, we...
Dude, the assault's voice goes hard in this portion of the map. Alright, let's do this. We did it.
Destroy the eye!
Hey, there we go.
Viridian, Auspex confirms the rift is collapsing. Heretic warp signatures are dissipating across the battlefield. Exemplary work. Return to the Resilient. Have the Cadians follow. Their exposure to the